What is up guys, name is Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. I know it's been a while since my last upload, but as I already mentioned in one of my past videos, I'm currently very busy with exams and tasks for university, so it's kinda hard to make quality content for you guys, so I rather don't post any video than videos that where I didn't put in any effort. So maybe just a quick plan for the next week. So I will still have exams ongoing for at least 2 more weeks. So content on the channel will be kind of dry, but I try to be back as soon as Raiden Shogun releases. And on the release of Raiden Shogun, I will try to make more content. Even though, or still though, I still have a couple of videos planned for Inazuma that didn't got out, that where I didn't have the time to record those. But definitely, I will keep an eye, of course, on the content. I was unfortunately missing the beginning of Inazuma in terms of content on the channel. But yeah, I hope you guys will stick with the channel and will enjoy the content on the channel because I won't stop by any means. And yeah, so let's go over this young beautiful lady that you can see on the screen right now, which is Yoimiya. And in today's video, as always, and then as always in the format, we want to talk about if you should or shouldn't summon for this character, and of course, if this is your favorite character, definitely go ahead and summon for that character. So with Yoimiya, it's kind of different because we do know a lot more on her than on other 5-star characters that normally would release like her. So we do know that she is a pyro bow user, that she's a 5-star, obviously, but we already had the chance to test her in the story, so no spoiler of course, but you will be able to play Yoimiya already, which I think is kind of huge because normally you really have to wait until the character releases for the test run and for the story quest. But this time with Inazuma, they released Ayaka's quest along with Yoimiya's quest at the same time. So if you didn't pick up the story, definitely play until you can test her, so you can already make a decision if you want to test her. Yeah, let's go over these skills. Normal attack, firework, flare up. She performs up to 5 consecutive shots. I think this is nothing really special. She performs a precise aim shot with increased damage while aiming. Flames will accumulate on the arrowhead before being fired off as an attack. Has different effects based on how long the energy has been charged. So charge attack, basically your chance to deal pyro damage without using an ability. Fires a flaming arrow that deals pyro damage. This is basically what Amber can do or what any other bow user can do, firing their elemental damage as an arrow, but she has an additional effect with charge level 2. We already know this. This is kind of similar to Ganyu, but not really, I'd say. It's just something that we already know. It's not a completely new mechanic to have a charge level 2. Generates a maximum of 3 kindling arrows based on time spent charging. Releasing them as part of this aim shot, kindling arrows will home in on nearby opponents, dealing pyro damage on hit. So normally if you go charge level 2, you fire 1 arrow with Ganyu and it will explode on the first enemy, and then it will hit like the enemies around that. But for Yoimiya, this is her normal attack animation. We can see now the charge attack animation. Just wait a bit. Now we have 1, 2, 3 of these kindling arrows, and if you fire them, they will immediately follow up to your opponent. So it doesn't wait until the explosion, until you hit the opponent. It immediately goes as a 3-shot to the opponent. Alright, E ability. Kind of simple, I'd say. During this time, arrows fired by Yoimiya's attack will be blazing arrows, and their damage will be increased and converted to pyro damage. Also during this time, normal attack, firework, flare up will not generate kindling arrows at charge level 2. This effect will deactivate when Yoimiya leaves the field. I think this is kind of odd. So if you use your E ability, you disable this part of her auto attack or this part of her passive, so you will be only able to auto attack normally, but you infuse your normal arrows to fire. So I think the most similar character that can do something like this that is already in the game is Ayaka with her sprint. So as soon as you sprint, you infuse your normal attacks into cryo. Another character that can do something like this is Changyeon. If he uses E, he also infuses all his auto attacks into cryo. And the interesting part here is that I feel like Yoimiya could be the first character that is really used as an original archer. Most of the archer, especially like Child or I'd say Ganyu is still an archer, but Fischl you normally would like just use E and then you swap her out. Child mainly goes into melee, but we do not really have an bow character that does use normal attacks with his bow. But Yoimiya could be like that playstyle, like that 80 carry League of Legends playstyle where you want to kite your enemies. You really want to auto attack from range with fast attacks. I think this could be really a new, interesting playstyle, and this combined with Sincho could be really strong. So let me know if I do miss out on something, but I do imagine that Sincho is the character you want to play with Yoimiya. Use E and use Elemental Burst of Sincho. You always have Vaporize on the shots if I do not miss out on anything, because um, the fire shot still should hit first, and then the Elemental Burst from Sincho should hit after this. Yes, other than that, let's take a quick look at her Elemental Burst. It is even more odd, I'd say. A very strange or very new, unique playstyle-ish Elemental Burst. You have Aura's Place, all normal charge, blunting attacks, elemental skills, and Elemental Burst by any party member other than Yoimiya. That's important, other than Yoimiya. That hit an opponent marked by Aura's Blaze will trigger an explosion dealing AoE pyro damage. When an opponent affected by Aura's Blaze is defeated before its duration expires, the effect will pass on the another nearby opponent, who will inherit the remaining duration. One Aura's Blaze explosion can be triggered every 2 seconds. When Yoimiya is down, Aura's Blaze effects created through her skills will be deactivated. So, if I'm understanding this right, Yoimiya is a support character. This Elemental Burst cannot be used by herself, but she can use she can infuse her own elemental her own auto attacks. I mean, let's maybe go during this firework flare. The arrows fired by Yoimiya's attack. Okay, so only her own attacks are infused on her E, while with the Elemental Burst, if I'm not wrong, you can infuse the attacks of your mate. So let's maybe watch the GIF real quick again. So you swap to Traveler, he still does deal the physical damage, so you do not infuse it, but you give additional pyro damage, right? Look, you have the mark from the Aura's Blaze, and he does deal an additional fire damage. So this is a very interesting mechanic. So I'm not really a fan of split characters, because then you have like or you really have to decide which way you want to go with the character. But overall, I like that you have options with the character, and I think this is like something that goes into the right way. The only thing that I do not really like about Yoimiya is her character design, and we know that Raiden Shogun is next, so that leads me, of course, to the next fact. If you're not the biggest Yoimiya fan, then I think you should skip her and wait for Raiden Shogun. She's right around the corner. She is the Archon of Inazuma. If you especially just started the game, missed out on Zhongli, missed out on Venti, then I think that Raiden Shogun should be the way to go. Definitely they will make her a super strong character. So if we just look at the current Archons, Zhongli and Venti, the strongest 5-stars in the game basically, and I can imagine that they will do something same with Raiden Shogun, even though her element with Electro is kind of underrated. But yeah, overall I'd say this playstyle is very interesting with her Elemental Burst, kind of support ability, kind of main DPS ability, another main DPS ability. So I do not know what they really want her to be. I'd say that she's still a main DPS just because of the fact that her normal attacks can charge level 2 and her E ability infuses her auto attacks into fire. You still can do a lot with that, in my personal opinion. And your Elemental Burst, you still can use that on your swap into another character, then swap back to Yoimiya. So I still think that this is a good possibility for a quick swap team. And yeah, honestly, I have to say that I'm not really into Yoimiya. I would rather wait for Raiden Shogun. I would recommend this because Raiden Shogun will be next up after Yoimiya. If not, you still can wait like 2 weeks on her release, because 2 weeks after release we should get the official live stream for patch 2.1, where they will officially announce the next characters. But they already did post the characters Kokomi, Raiden Shogun, and Sarah on their official Twitter, so it is kind of confirmed that they will come. That those three characters will be available in patch 2.1. So I'm pretty sure that these are the three characters you want to look for. If you play the story, I think maybe you already will know which character you do like. But if it comes to my recommendation, play the character that you like. If you're undecided, go for Raiden Shogun. And with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Content on the next days will still lag a bit, but I will still keep track on all the new things of Genshin Impact. Definitely make sure to follow my Instagram if you don't want to miss out on any additional content. And yes, like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.